Welcome, my friends of the interwebs, and guess what I've got? Guess what I've got? Look, I'm up in a place called Bedford, Michigan, basically a suburb of Toledo, Ohio. And Toledo, Ohio, for all intents and purposes, is a suburb of Detroit, Michigan. You know how that works. Anyway, I don't come up to this part of the neighborhood all that often, but when I do, I try my best to absolutely finish off whatever arteries that I still have open. Bedford Coney Island. Bedford Coney Island. Now, I love chili dogs. You guys know that. You know, if you don't know that by now, you ain't paying attention. I love chili dogs, and to be honest, at the top of my list of chili dogs that I love are Coney dogs. Coney dogs are a little different breed. This one here is a lot different breed. This one here, you got chili, onions, mustard, which is and everything. Coney sauce is a different kind of sauce. I'm not even sure that you can really describe what Coney sauce is, but it is kind of it's a beanie slash meat sauce that's kind of like blended to shit, and it looks something like what you might find in a baby's diaper, but it tastes amazing. Now, I will tell you that I did this a little differently. I chose to get the New York style. Now, I will tell you, New York style basically means deep fried. And yeah, deep fried. If you're gonna kill yourself, don't play any freaking games. Just go ahead, put the gun to your head and pull the trigger. This is putting the gun to my head and pulling the trigger. Deep fried hot dog is amazing. Now, I will say, I've not been here in probably a year, but the dogs look like they've gotten a bit on the smaller side. I ain't gonna lie. Bedford Coney dog, or Bedford Coney Island, it might be something you want to look into. Let me just take a chomp. Now, normally, by the way, the mustard's on top of the sauce. Normally, I'm not down with that, and I'm really not down with that now. I don't know who put this dog together, but it is what it is. Here we go. Okay. Now, I asked for it to be deep fried, and this is not deep fried. That kind of pisses me off, to be honest with you. Bedford, Coney Island, WTF. Now, having said that, the sauce is really good, although there's not as much of it as I would like. Where's my receipt? It wasn't crazy money. I can't remember offhand what it cost. Let's see if I got a receipt laying around here. I don't think I do. Anyway, God, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of bummed. How freaking difficult is it to deep fry a dog? It's on your menu, New York style. Needs more sauce. The bun's the bun. The bun is the bun. Onions are good. They've got some big chopped onions on here, which is nice. All right. I don't have these dogs very often, for obvious reasons. But when I do get them, I want what I freaking ordered. And this kind of pisses me off. It's a decent dog. I'm not going to lie, it's a decent dog. Needs more sauce. Yeah. Really bummed. Well, they make good dogs. I should have looked at this before I left the store, because had I looked at it before I left the store, I would have been like, dude, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. I'm in the parking lot. I'm gonna go in. I don't come here enough to fucking lay down for this. I'm gonna go in. I will be back. All right, I am back. Now, here's the thing. I don't expect any restaurant to get it right 100% of the time. I don't. But when they don't get it right, what I expect them to do is make it right. Unfortunately, in today's world, that doesn't happen very often. Fortunately for me today, Bedford Coney Island was like totally beside himself trying to make it right. and that I appreciate. And I don't typically go back in and complain. I really don't. But I had to. I didn't have any choice. I don't come up here and have their dogs enough for me not to have done that. I needed it to be right. Because my experience is that their dogs are exceptional, and I just wanted that to be conveyed, because I've never before today been unsatisfied, but I will tell you I'm very satisfied with their willingness to make it right. So let's take a look and see what we got here. Lots of sauce. I showed him. I said, dude, this is a mustard dog. It's not a Coney dog. He put a lot of sauce on here. He showed me the dog after he deep fried it, and it was on point. So let's take a chomp. Oh man. Man. When you deep fry a dog right, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. It really brings the flavor out, gives a little bit of a crisp to the skin. That was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And nice, a lot of Coney sauce on here. The mustard, awesome. Although I do still wish it was underneath the sauce. And the onions are on, I mean, these are hand-cut onions. These are nice. This is some shit they got out of a bag. Man. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, I know this is killing me. This is not health food by any stretch of the imagination, but if you gotta go with the smile. That's what I say. Man. Bedford Coney Island. Where are they at here? Corner of Stearns and Secor. You know, the funny thing is I'm in the parking lot. I'm looking across the street. There's a McDonald's. And the McDonald's is packed. Literally, it's packed. Drive-through is 5 deep from the place where you even order. Next door is a Wendy's, not doing as well as the McDonald's across the street, but still pretty busy. Here, nobody. A couple of people inside eating. That's it. These dogs are 1,000 times better than anything you're going to find across the street. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. And I don't know the people who own this place personally. I don't have any connection to them, and I paid for my food. But man, if you're in Bedford, Michigan, which is basically right outside of Toledo, Ohio, you gotta stop here and get a Coney dog. It's an out of this world experience. It really is. That was perfect. That was a perfect Coney dog. Man. Now, real quick, some people say that Coney dogs aren't real chili dogs. And to that I say, are you out of your freaking mind? Of course they're real chili dogs. They're just a different type of chili dog. You know? They're a dog of their own. If you've never had a Coney dog, I don't know if they're something that's nationwide. I kind of don't think they are. As usual, people blowing up my phone. Yeah, alright, I gotta go. But anyway, listen. Coney dogs are amazing. If you've never had one, try one. I don't know, I asked them if this was a franchise. Apparently they're not franchises, but around here a lot of people eat Coney dogs. So I don't know any more about it than that, but I'm sure. Do they got a website? I don't see. Offhand, I don't see one. If they've got a website, I will definitely put the link below, so you might want to check that out. Anyway, everybody take care. See ya!